And the second point in this field, as you can see, we are still working on the last objects that we have loaded into the project. And there are some times when we load a door into the project, some types will be loaded along with that type, which are different in dimensions and sizes. But speaking about this furniture, I want to have different types. I mean the types which are different in their distances, so that if I want to share this family to someone, suppose that I have modeled an object and then I want to share it with someone, and I don't want him to customize the family or to just modify it, but I can provide him with different types of that object. So how can I create different types? I back to the family. Right now in the family environment, I open family types. As you can see, we got no type name. Since no type is specified, here we can create new types. As you can see, I specify the name, for example 100, and as you know, it takes some time since you should define all of the parameters. 100, okay, and then for D, or I can define or specify 100 for all of these dimensions, for height and double edge and width. Next type 200, then I specify 200 for the following dimensions by this way. And this third type 300s. As you can see, we are creating three types of a specific object, furniture. I save the family, then load it into project. Override, check this out. Right now, if I open the type selector, as you can see, the three types are provided here, and you can get access to them, use them in your project. And as you know, sometimes we load on a specific object or a family, a door, a window, or what else, which has different types in different dimensions, which it means that the type has been duplicated, but the dimensions are modified. But in later sessions, I'm gonna teach you another thing related to this issue, which is associating a catalog to the specific object. In the window of the catalog, you can specify your type, your desired type that you want in the project. So in the future sessions, I will teach you how to create catalogs, which has got some simple code scripting that I will tell you later. So the second topic was how to create different types of a specific family. What about the third topic? For instance, I open the edit family. Check this out. Here, if I consider this one as a nested family, I remove the constraints. I'm loading this family as a nested family. The positions in the source of the family, in which we have a sketch reference planes. As you can see, we got two reference planes which are crossing each other. If I load this into the project, we can use those reference planes for the alignment. As you can see, we can use them for alignment positions. Let me explain more about it. Here, suppose that you are loading a wall hang into the project. It should consider 20 centimeters offset for the behind of it. When you want to install it on a wall, there you have to consider the 20 centimeter offset while aligning the wall hang with the wall. So at such a condition, everything is about considering this 20 centimeter offset. First of all, from create tab, I pick reference plane, and then I sketch it right here. Interior and exterior reference planes by this way. Edit extrusion. Let me measure the distance by this way. Unlocked. Finish. I select the reference plane, and then here is reference. I specify a strong reference. So I specify a strong reference for the reference plane, and then I load it into the project. Actually, the family of the furniture for RFA template file. Override. Here is the result. As you can see, the reference planes are given to us here for the alignment position. Look at here, we got 4 reference planes. You can sketch reference planes as much as you want. Then you can use them here for aligning the objects with other reference planes. By this way, you can align your object. As you can see, it is aligned with the reference plane. However, it is not at the center of the lines. So we measure the aligned distance and then sketch the reference plane. The reference planes allows us alignment positions for our model geometry. This is a very important lesson that later I'm gonna deal with it more. I get back to the family editor right here, then I'm gonna delete this. I open edit sketch command. I modify the scale 1 to 5, and then I pick align dimension. I measure the distance and then I equalize it by this way. Well done. Right now I suppose this as a chair, or my desired chair. I load it into the furniture family, and then by clicking on component I get access to it, and then I want to arrange the loaded object. As you can see, I can get access to the reference plane by this way. Then in create tab I pick extrusion tool, I pick circle, then I draw it by this way. Well done. Then I associate the radius of the circle to a parameter. Let me create a new one. For instance, I name it R radius. Well done. Finish. Here if I open family types, I can control the value of radius, for example 1200. It is controlling the radius of the circle. Very well. I can extend the height. Well done. I open 3D view. Then I wanna arrange the chair or the furniture that I have loaded. For instance, I select the object and then I move it. I place it right here. However, I can move it a little bit forward or backward, and then again I select it for the radial array by this way, radial array. Then I specify the center of rotation. Well done. Then I specify the rotate and ray and the angle 360, and then the count of the object, whatever you want, for example 5. Okay, the radial array is prepared. Then I hide the table or the desk itself in temporary hide. I just use it for positioning the objects in a correct place. I select one of the objects, then the circle or the ray. I select the radius of the array. Then we can associate it to a parameter. I name it n. Okay. Then I can control the count of the objects, for example 12. Let me specify a less value, for example 10. Apply, check this out. Everything is okay. I modify the radius. Let me specify, for instance 1300. Apply. It got no effect on the array or the radius of the array, since the array ray or the radius is not parametric. As I told you before, firstly you should select this circle. This ray of the array could be associated to a parameter that we can fix the radius, as you can see, or even you can measure the radial dimension. And I measure the distance of the radius. Check this out. Then if I move the mouse, it will be highlighted. Check this out. If I select it, I can associate it to a new parameter, for example R, by this way. Right now the place of the chairs are fixed. No matter where you have placed them, but you can control the radius of the extrusion and also the radial array, as you can see. But you should define a suitable value for the radius. But suppose that if I specify 1000 for radius, apply, 10 is appropriate for the count or number of the objects. We can define a formula for the number. For example, we can define R divided into 10 centimeters or 100 millimeters, but we should test the parameter. I specify 2000, or for example 600. This is the result, 6 as count, or even 500. Apply, or even we specify 2000, then we will have 20 furnitures, as you can see on the screen. So it is working correctly, that you can associate them to each other or not. If you don't define a formula, then you should control it manually. And you can use the shape handles for the height of the extrusion,